Hey, so in my last video, I showed off this code, print functions and variables. So today we're going to be looking at a different type of thing, functions. So functions are a really key part of scripting. Now, there's a couple different ways you can like make a function. For example, one can be called immediately off an event, well, other one you must call it yourself. Now, this may sound like a bunch of humbo jumbo or something like that, but it's a lot more easy to understand when I explain it. However, we're only going to look at the one that you're going to call. So we're going to make our first function by saying local function, and we can give it a name such as poop. No, that's too silly. We'll call it hi. Now I'm gonna put that. So in here we'd put our parameters, but that's a bit complicated for now. We're gonna tone it down from there, and we're just gonna show the main reasons of functions. So we can say here, just by entering from here, it makes an end on its own, and here we can say print hi. Now you might think, well, that's dumb. Why don't I just print hi? And well, there's a reason why. It's because if you're going to use a function, it's usually because there's a reason why you want it to do that. So for example, we could say game dot workspace dot cool block dot touched connect hi. Now this seems really weird and kind of dumb, and you might not understand what this means. But essentially what it means is that the game is the highest on the hierarchy because it's the game, and the workspace, this one, which is a child of the game, also has a child named CoolBlock, which we made earlier, a child of workspace, so it's lower on the hierarchy. And this, if I turn this off, it won't work, but because I have it on, because I have can touch on, whenever I touch it with this command here, dot touched, I'm connecting this function, sorry. So I'll show you what I mean. You can see whenever I touch it, it automatically does that. It prints it over here. So, that's kind of how you can use a function in that way. However, this is actually slower than you may think. If we would want to use this whenever it touches, there's a different way to do it. We can get rid of this and instead put in here function. Get rid of that and put in here. Now, this is where the parameters would be. However, parameters in these types of functions work a little bit differently. However, I'm not going to explain them right now. It's a bit too complicated for now. But whenever it's touched, we're going to print hi. So the only difference between the first one and the last one, the first one that we did, is the first one we created our function like that manually. But this one, whenever the event is called, when it's ever touched, it just creates the function to do this. So it's a lot quicker and a lot more simple to do. And you can see it does the same thing. Now, these are a bit complicated for the first time, so I'm going to make it a bit easier. In order to call a function, all we really need to do is just go like this. We can call the function by going like that. And you can see this as void hi. That means we can make parameters there. And this is how you call a function. However, if I don't call the function, let's say I just put in print here. Print. No, hi. I play, it's not going to print anything. However, when I call the function, whoops, I thought I stopped. Okay, now when I call the function, you can immediately see it says hi. So that is how functions work. You have to call them, and you can place code in them. So calling functions is really useful, and it can really help in scenarios where, let's say if the player dies, you want to call a function, you can do that, with humanoid.died. That should make it a bit more complicated though right now. This is mostly it, but I'm gonna look at another thing for you guys because this is also something pretty important. And next one we'll do okay, it's called scope. Next one we're gonna do is parameters in the next episode, but we're gonna do something called scope. And if I go and I say local a equals, or actually no, let's say local no local sure why not local a equals I love you. And if I print this and we call the function, it would print I love you. But if I make another function, say local function, and I call it hi2, and we say local, or we say print a, you can see it's erroring, or because it doesn't know what a is. So pretty much a here only like if you make a variable inside of a function, it's only gonna work inside of that function. You cannot use that variable anywhere else. You can see here if I say print a, it again won't work because it's only inside of that function, only in this block of code. So the only way to get that back for a different function is just to again make another variable called a equals I love you. So anyways, I'm just gonna call the function and that will be it for the episode. I love you. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. See ya.